Cruz Armor here. We are looking at gorgeous new Vivid Black 2024 Street Glide, and we're going to be doing the front lowers that get beat up from everything coming off the road. You know, put your hand down when you're riding and you feel all that stuff just coming up off the road. This same saddlebags on the Road Glide and Street Glide models, the 2024 new body styles. So again, we're going to go ahead and wrap this. I've already prepped the surface, so if you want to know how to do that, refer to our step 1 preparation video, as well as there's a step 2 video for tips and techniques, kind of how the film works, how to speak the language of Cruz Armor PPF, and then we're going to jump back to step 3, the actual installation. Okay, we are back and we are ready to do the installation. So we want to keep everything good and wet and soapy. The wetter the better. Again, you just don't want any dust washing down or migrating into the work area here, so just keep everything good and wet. This is the slip solution that we're using right now, the soapy slip solution. And when you put this on, you'll see that the kit slides around really easily. If you're having issues with it not slipping around, you need to probably go back to tips and techniques and understand the soap and alcohol relationship, how those things work. So all you do is just slide this around. What I do is kind of look at this curve down here. With your finger, you can kind of feel where that goes and make sure that it's around that curve. When it feels good, it's just above, 1/8 inch or so above that curve. Then you can kind of look at this top line and this little side area and make sure that this fits this little area that sticks out here that gets hit with some of the rocks and things. So again, you're just kind of lining everything up right there. And then it's just a matter of squeegeeing out the stuff. And as you can see with the soap, even squeegeeing it out a little bit, and the thing will still slide, okay? If it's tacking down too hard again, then you need some more soap and slip. But right there, that's perfect. So now what we can do is go ahead with some alcohol mix. And we just start at one of these edges, spray a little alcohol, make sure nothing's moved on you. You want to keep the top surface wet as well so that your squeegee slides really nicely on the top. And I'm just locking down this little area that I put alcohol. So this thing is completely locked down. You can press pretty good pressure. You can't, as long as the top's wet, you can't really hurt the film with the squeegee. Then at this point, if everything slides across, everything looks good. So we're just going to start working your way across with overlapping swipes so that you're not missing, starting here and starting here and starting here, so you leave stuff. You want to make sure that overlapping, and that's just working all the soapy water out of there. Just keep working your way down. When you get to some of these areas, as you know from the tips and techniques, when you have any fingers, it needs more stretch. So when you stretch it, that disappears. But you don't want it there either. So it's kind of figuring out just where you want to stretch it to get rid of those fingers and laying it down. And again, since it said alcohol, when I laid it down, almost like my thumb acted as a squeegee there for a moment. And again, just all these edges, keep working your way over. And then come from underneath down there. And again, if you're worried that it's going to be lifting, go ahead and put a little of the alcohol, which will wash that soap out of there, and move across. This is another installation. You can take the bags off and do these very easily on a table or workbench. Just make sure to lay down towels so you're not going to scratch up anything, and then you can kind of have this right at eye level if you want. But as you can see, it's very easily doable on the bike. So now we're going to go ahead and dry it. You want to use the towel like you would a squeegee, going away from the edges. You don't want to run your towel up against an edge because you could roll it back and get fuzz into the adhesive. And that is protected. Cruz Armor.